I had said I was going to try to do some stories about squirrels in the news. Well, squirrels are in the news in Illinois this week. It was just posted, a story was just posted this week in Illinois where people were noticing that all of wildlife has come to a halt there due to the deep freeze, with the exception of squirrels. They said there's 7 species of squirrels in Illinois. 3 of them are ground squirrels, and those all do hibernate, but they said the 4 that aren't ground squirrels are not hibernating, which isn't surprising because they don't hibernate here either. Eastern grays, red squirrels, fox squirrels, and they mentioned southern flying squirrels, which we don't have right around here, at least not that I know of. But in any case, so it wasn't surprising because we know they don't hibernate. They all come out and play all day. So, but the question was raised in Illinois. Why? Why are these squirrels out running around when every other animal has just disappeared due to the deep freeze? And what they said was, they said squirrels, these non-ground squirrels, are homeotherms, which means they keep a fairly constant body temperature throughout the year. And I will totally go with that. I'm going to put some video here. I was petting Pippi today, and when I first used to do this, pet squirrels, Condo Girl, whoever, Pippi, Rover, that I would pet, and some other various ones, Hope, used to let me pet her a lot. It surprised me that instead of the fur being what keeps them warm, their heat emanates from inside of them. They're very warm. I used to have cats. They didn't feel like this. I remember when the cats would come in from the cold, they were just flat out cold. But the squirrels, it doesn't matter how cold it is. Like, today, feels like 2 or whatever was the temperature this morning. And I go out and I was coming out from in here and I had gloves on, and I took my gloves off and I pet Pippi, and she was still warmer than my hand was. Now I was out here sweeping the snow, and there's like nobody else out. So she came, and now there is, because they hear us. They're starting to come out, but she came and said, I'll get with Amy while I can. Yeah. This is Pippi. They're warm from the inside out. And so they said, and this was a new term for me, that they're homeotherms, that they maintain about the same body heat year round. That's what this article said. The other thing it said that I thought was interesting was that they shiver to stay warm. I've seen them shiver before in the cold. I didn't know that was a way of generating heat, or, of maybe generating whatever happens inside that keeps them so warm. I guess that would be heat. But anyway, I didn't know that was part of their, a mechanism to do that. So that's what the article said. So I don't see them shivering very often, but I'm going to be on the lookout for it now. And whenever I next see it, I will video it, and we'll get some footage of squirrels shivering to stay warm. It's pretty rare though. I hardly ever see it. I do see them pulling their arms in a lot, and they do and I'll do that sometimes. I'll look at them and I'll go like that, and then they'll look at me and go like that. And I think it's a way for both of us to, tell the other one, yeah, I'm cold too. I feel it, but for the most part, they really don't seem that bothered. And even in the snow, I've had video before where I'll go out and I'll sweep off all these surfaces so that they have somewhere to stand where they're not in the snow. And then they'll jump somewhere into the snow. I'm like, why do you want that? I don't, because I would think on their paw pads, that it would really be sensitive to the cold. But what do I know? Now, I do know their paw pads are warm in the winter. I've felt their paw pads before in the winter, and I'm just always shocked at how warm they are. But still, I would think they'd rather be on an unsnowy surface than a snowy surface. But who knows? So I guess until I can get good enough to actually communicate with them and ask them, hey, Pippi, does it feel better to put your paw on an unsnowy surface than a snowy surface? I guess I won't know for sure. But yeah, they are warm animals. And I thought it was interesting that they said, every other animal is not to be seen. And that's true of here. That is true of here. I am not seeing the foxes. I'm not seeing, what else do I normally see? The turkeys. I haven't seen the turkeys in a few weeks. It was Christmas when I last saw the turkeys. So yeah, that was before we got into these colder temperatures. Deep freeze, they're calling it. A long time since I've seen when did I see that possum? The possum was around Christmas time when it was still warmer out. Oh, deer. I am seeing deer. Oh man, I had this thing happen today. People are so weird. Like, there's this family here that lives around here. They hate every animal that's not on two legs. It's like, why do you live here? Go live somewhere else. I was walking down the street, nobody around. It was beautiful, snow everywhere, 7 degrees or whatever the hell. And I was thinking, God, this is great. This is just like being in Alaska. And I've never been there, but in my mind, yeah, it's just like being in Alaska. And then in front of me, I saw all these deer that were like, I don't know, 15, maybe. I was going to say 20, but probably more like 15 deer. And I thought, this is so cool. You know, granted, they're not caribou, but it's deer. And it just kind of went with the moment for me of feeling, you know, this great Alaskan cold and, you know, nobody's outside but me and these 15 caribou / deer. And these people come home in their truck. I knew it was them. I knew it was them. As soon as they turned the corner, they turned onto the street where the deer were in the street. They were on both sides of the street. And these people just laid on their horn. They do this all the time. I've seen them do it at squirrels. I've seen them do it at deer. They continue at the same rate of speed or speed up, slam on the horn, and just wait for, you know, and cause mass chaos and just plow through it. And I think they just figure whatever they hit, they hit. They're unbelievable, these people. I don't understand how people can even be like that on the planet. But if you're gonna be like that, why in the world would you live around so many animals? Go somewhere else. There's plenty of places to live without animals running around. I just don't get that. But anyway, so I guess that article should have said also that the deer are out en masse, and I've seen them. I've gone on walks in the woods since the deep freeze, and they're out there. There was like 40 of them the other night, and I went walking through, and they just went running everywhere. So yeah, they left that part out. I don't know what the deal is with the deer, but what are the deer gonna do? They can't burrow underground. Poor deer. I don't know where I've seen them before, actually. They just sleep right in the snow. And the snow falls on them, and they just get piles of snow on them while they sleep. It's gotta suck. But anyway, that's my report. Homeotherm, the term for squirrels maintaining body temperature year-round. News.